I will address the E-myth. All right, so the idea of burning the E-myth has caused quite a stir, and so here's the deal. I don't like the E-myth. Well, let me say this. The E-myth, okay, there's a couple really good things in the E-myth. I want to address the good things very quickly first. One thing that's really good about the E-myth is that Michael Gerber in the E-myth did articulate the challenges of entrepreneurship very well. And in that way, he helped probably millions of entrepreneurs go, oh, crap, it's not just me facing these challenges. And that is actually a really powerful thing when you find out, when you realize, when you read something and go, oh, it's not just me. This is a bigger challenge than just me. That he actually, not single-handedly, but in a big way, he helped to bring that to light. He also created a distinction working in your business versus working on your business, which has become ubiquitous. And that's not easy to do, to create a distinction that then everyone talks about as if everyone just knows what that is. That is a pretty powerful thing to accomplish, and he did do that with this book and with that distinction, and it is a very powerful distinction. I prefer a 21st century version of that distinction, which is play with your business versus play for your business, liking to go in the play mode versus the work mode, but it's a very similar distinction. So that is also very powerful. And the third thing I really like about the E-myth is that I'm not so sure this was really powerful in the book, but in the other programs, audio programs that supplemented the book, he did make a very powerful point about how being an entrepreneur is actually a personal growth challenge. The pursuit of entrepreneurship is actually a pursuit of personal growth. And then if you want to grow your business, you have to grow yourself. And that's also an idea that I had never heard before he said that. So that is also a very powerful thing. So there's a lot of really good things from this book. Now, the one big idea that I really don't like about the book is that his solution to these challenges is that every business should be run like McDonald's. So it's basically the McDonaldization of enterprise. And the idea of McDonald's is that every activity within a business can be boiled down to a simple task that anyone can do over and over again, the same way every time with basic training. Now, I have sarcastically referred to that as the moronization of business. Like, the idea is that anything in business can be boiled down to a simple task a moron can do with basic training, and that you don't actually want your people to actually engage with anyone. You just want them to do the script the same way every time. That's basically the way you manage an enterprise, is you have to tightly control every interaction with a script, a task list, or something that everyone can do the same way every time for 100% consistency, zero mistakes. That was a very 20th century idea, which is proven to have disastrous consequences. Number one, it makes work really dull. It's really not fun to go to a job where you're going to do the same thing over and over again every time and never make mistakes. That's really not fun. So jobs become really no fun to have, and that's a big problem. Second thing is, we have learned through brain science that an overemphasis of routine actually leads to Alzheimer's disease. So routinizing everything you do and doing everything the same way every time, every day, actually leads to brain disease. So now Michael Gerber did not know this when he was putting this formula forward, but we have since learned that this is the case. So I think we might want to wake up and say, wait, this is actually turning out to be a really bad idea. It's like, seemed like a good idea at the time with disastrous unintended consequences. So these are the points that I think we need to create a new model. But here's the reason why I'm not going to burn the book. Because, first of all, book burning throughout history has been a rather negative thing. It's been a way to either thwart a culture, or it's been a way to destroy ancient wisdom. So book burning has not been a good idea. So I have sort of come to see that, oh, book burning is actually a pretty negative concept. So maybe burning the book is not the best idea. I suppose maybe mulching it would be a more proactive thing. But I actually have a better idea. I am going to keep my copy of E-Myth in sight at all times, because this is the competition. We want to create a much better way, and I'm actually inviting you to join me. Molly and I are going to be hosting a potentially 52-week series on how to engage people and energize your enterprise with engagement rather than scripts, task lists, controls, etc. And this is our competition. So if you want to create something better, you don't have to start by burning the original. You want to keep it in sight, because that's the bar you're reaching for. And this book has set a high bar. Millions and millions of entrepreneurs have used this book. So we want to create the next best thing. So rather than burning it, we're going to keep it as a bar, and then we're going to set our sights on achieving better.
I love it. Way. It's like keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Exactly. So I am going to keep my E-Myth with me while we create the better way, which is, at least at the moment, called Engage. Engage, with a subtitle, Energize Your Enterprise.
Awesome.
All right, so thank you all for watching and for your comments and concerns about book burning. I am not even going to mulch my book, and I'm not going to make it into an ottoman. I am going to keep it with me. Yes, keep your eye on Engage. That's what I'm talking about. So actually, I am serious about this. My intention is for this Engage business model to be a massive collaboration between coaches and entrepreneurs, leaders, anyone who knows there must be a better way, knows that they want to create an enterprise based on the creativity and resourcefulness and human interaction with people rather than scripts and task lists and oversimplification. So if you're in that game, then join us. We're going to co-create the next best thing, and I'd love for you to be a part of it.